How y'all doing? Y'all alright? Y'all living good? Talk to me. How you doing? Comment that. Comment your mood. Comment your mood. How you feeling right now? Like at this given time, at this given second, right now. Comment how you doing. How you feeling. Your mood right now. You know, whether you happy, mad, sad, angry, upset, confused, horny. Wow, that was, I don't know why I said that. Excited, frustrated. I just got finished eating something. I'm sorry. You know, tired, exhausted, pissed. Let me know how you feeling right now. Cause or you feeling like relaxed, calm. Cause me, I'm feeling relaxed. I guess. I don't know. Now, I may feel a certain way after this reaction. Because, you know, certain reactions make me feel some type of way. So, without further ado, let's get it. Sup, though. I'm a security guard, and I'm being... Okay.
I'm a security guard. Well, technically, my job title is security professional, but it's all the same to me. It's nothing fancy. I'm not a worker at a government lab or anything, just a college student trying to make money on overnight shifts. I'm in a camping supply company warehouse a mile outside my hometown in the Midwest. I don't even have a gun, and I kind of wish I did.
I kind of wish you had Adidas.
I keep seeing something really weird. It started about a week ago, but to explain what's happening, I have to tell you exactly what I do. I'm a night guard at the warehouse's shipping gate. I sit in a small building separate from the main warehouse, and I push the button to let the semi-trucks into the facility. But most of my shift is really quiet. Maybe 5 trucks in 8 hours, and a visit from the office guard who's on patrol every so often. And that's my only human contact. Most nights, that's fine. I work on homework, browse Reddit, or watch Netflix. No big deal.
You need to be watching your surroundings. You need to be watching that door. You need to be watching. Did you hear that? My body made a noise. I don't know. I can never explain that. But I don't know if you didn't hear it. I'm not about to explain it. But if you did, I'm going to try my best to explain it. But right now, you're doing a poor job. You're doing a really bad job at your job. So, I mean, you're a security guard. Where's your security at? Where's your protection at? Because right now, you suck. You need to be watching your surroundings. Not busy on your phone. Not busy. You're man.
Boring and lonely, especially on the Saturday and Sunday nights, when I work 12 hours instead of 8. Why is that so important? Because at first I thought I was just sleep deprived. About a week ago, Saturday night, I was sitting in my office chair and listening to some music, and reading Lord of the Rings for about the 20th time, when I got a strange feeling. I felt really drowsy for some reason. At first, I just drank some more of my Mountain Dew and tried to shrug it off, but I kept getting more tired. At about 3 in the morning, I forced myself to stand up and stretch. That's when I saw it. A dark, round shape in my window.
I didn't see shit.
Pale eyes, tinged orange by the streetlight, staring at me, unblinking. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't. I just stood there and gazed into the eyes. It then started to move, slowly, along the front of my building, towards the side of my office, where the entrance was.
Oh.
At the same time, I felt an unspeakable urge to sit down and sleep. At the luckiest of moments, it registered in the back of my mind that headlights were coming up the road. A large red truck turned into the drive under the streetlights, and just like that, the spell was broken. I came back into reality with jarring speed, and watched as the dark figure scurried off of the driveway and into the grassy field next to the facility, and disappeared. I really wanted to leave the building, but I did my job.
See, if I was you, I would have said, cluck this job, and cluck everybody that works for this company. Because you couldn't pay me enough to just stay there for the rest of the night or until help comes. And no, you couldn't know. Not in your shoes. If I experienced what you experienced, I would have left in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, I would have took over the truck that came just in the nick of time. I would have grabbed him. I would have grabbed the driver, threw him out the shit. Get off me. Right? And then hopped right in the truck, closed the door, and just started going. But that's just me. That's all I'm saying. Nice pillow.
The driver was one of my regulars, a guy that I see most nights a week, so I felt comfortable asking him if he saw anything when he drove up. The rest of the night went smoothly. I was restless after my little experience and refused to sit back down for the rest of the shift. I went home and went to bed. I got up Sunday afternoon for another long night, convinced my exhausted brain was just making up the whole thing. I bought a Monster energy drink instead of a Mountain Dew that night, determined to stay awake. I sat at my post comfortably, eating a snack and browsing the internet. I signed in a couple of trucks, but mostly, I kept my eyes on the window.
Right.
At about midnight, I started feeling drowsy. I shook it off, but this time I forced myself to get up and walk around. I stared out into the dark, intent on making sure I hadn't actually seen anything. My office phone ringing scared the living crap out of me as a result. It was the office guard calling to tell me that she was on her way down to pick up the day's paperwork. I chatted with her for a bit and glanced out the window. I then froze. There it was. At the end of the drive were 2 points of glowing light.
Cluck that.
Pale flames in the dark.
Cluck that
They
frozen
were
shit.
moving, bobbing about in the darkness, staying in the edge of the pools of light cast by the streetlights, slowly meandering towards my post. I suddenly felt a suffocating weight in my head. Vaguely, I heard the office guard repeating my last name, growing more alarmed as she did so. It sounded like she was underwater. My eyelids grew heavier and heavier as I struggled to keep my eyes on the lights and the dark shadowy shape they were embedded in. It was about halfway down the drive. In the back of my head, it registered that the office guard was now yelling into the phone, asking me if I was okay. A little voice in the back of my head was screaming for me to say something. Anything. The office guard said something to the effect of, "I'll be there soon," before hanging up. The lights were almost to me at this point, and I felt strangely light. I felt a strong urge to walk outside. Every bone in my body protested, but I slowly dragged my feet toward the door. Suddenly, the lights disappeared, and whatever they were attached to vanished into the long grass again. The office guard arrived in the golf cart she used on patrols. As I registered where I was again, she ushered me indoors, asking me what happened. I explained, and then she got really quiet. but she stayed with me for the rest of my shift. Monday afternoon, I woke up to get ready for class and saw that I had a voicemail from my supervisor. Apparently, I was getting the week off with pay. Thank goodness.
Clutch.
But I've been having dreams about the lights. They open up before me like great pools of water, glowing, eternally deep. I woke up in cold sweats multiple nights. I was driving back home from a friend's house, and I could have sworn I saw the lights in my rearview mirror while driving home. But I was so tired, I couldn't be sure.
Better wake the hell up.
I'm now back at work for some reason, and I'm feeling really drowsy. I think I'm going to call the office guard again. I think the lights are here.
I think you are straight bullshit. You and clocking up to the max. Oh God. Yeah.
I'm a security guard at a ski resort. I don't know why I read that.
I work at a ski resort up atop Donner Summit in the Sahara Nevadas.
Right.
I'm a security guard that patrols the resort from 4:30 p.m. to 2:30 a.m.
It already sounds like you clocking up. It already sounds like the place that you're at, it sounds like it's very isolated from people. And it sounds like you're the only mother clocking person there. So not only does it sound like it's isolated from everyone and everything else, but it sounds like you're the only person there. So it's like, do you need a controller or not? Like, I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. That's what it seems like to me. Maybe it's not isolated. Maybe, you have other people with you. But that's the vibe I'm getting.
5 days a week. This incident happened last week, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it, so hopefully telling somebody about it will ease my mind. I haven't told anyone about this incident due to sounding crazy or like a coward. To give you a picture of myself, I played basketball in college as a center and played 1 year overseas. I'm 6'10" and about 260 pounds. Not someone you would see and would want to mess with.
Sorry.
Regardless, this is what happened to me last week.
6'10"?
I'm currently
Damn.
working right now, and I'm sitting in the office dreading for the night to come. This job is almost a joke in the sense that there is virtually nothing to do. I walk around the lodges and make sure all the doors and windows are locked, and no one is vandalizing the property. No one is ever here while I'm here. The day workers get off around 5. So after 6, you can bet that I'm the only person on the resort.
Oh my gosh.
To patrol the outskirt lodges, I drive an excursion around and make sure no foul play is happening at the resort. Being atop of the Sahara Nevadas, it's very isolated. Very nice, but isolated. I think about 50 people live up in this area permanently. Everyone keeps to themselves, and not much outsiders come out here except for weekend or summer activities. If I see someone while I'm on my patrol at night, I'm very cautious. It's a rare occurrence that I see anyone. From working here for about a year, I've only encountered one person at night.
A year. A straight year. A year. 365. Well, probably not that. But like a year. 12 months. Of you. By yourself. In an isolated area. So what you really doing though? Huh? Oh. A whole year, man. Of by yourself in an isolated area. I bet you don't have no Adidas anything on. You probably don't have no Adidas glasses. Probably don't have an Adidas shirt, tank top, underwear, condoms. socks, shoes, book bag, nothing. Nothing. Earrings, nothing. A whole year by yourself.
It was an employee looking for me. Last week, it was a Wednesday. It started off like any other day. I checked in with the office people and made sure there was nothing scheduled for the night. They sometimes have committee meetings at one of the lodges. I hopped in the excursion and made my normal rounds, checking the lodges and making sure they were all locked, and the security alarms were set. After I checked all the doors and set the alarms, I basically had the rest of the night for myself. In this free time, I would usually spend it watching movies or browsing the internet in the office. Dusk began to fall outside, and the lodges were all locked up and secured. I hopped in the excursion to do a final loop around all of the buildings, which usually takes me 30 minutes. It's a rather big resort. I ended up watching 2 movies in the office after that. My typical routine to pass the time. It's about 1 a.m. at this point. My shift is about to end, so I decided to do a final drive around to make sure no one is walking around looking for unlocked doors. I enter the excursion, turn on the radio, and start patrolling. While driving around and singing under my breath, I noticed how dark it was. There was no moon, no wind, just pure darkness, except for the glow of the dashboard and headlights. That's when it happened. This uncomfortable feeling. My entire body started to tingle, and the hairs on my arms stood up. It felt like someone was in the car with me. My vehicle has 3 rows of seats, and out of the corner of my eye, through the rearview mirror, I could see a silhouette of something sitting in the back.
Oh. That's a car crash right there. Can you imagine you driving and you think you're the only person in the car? You driving, and then you randomly look in your rear view mirror, and you see a black silhouette. Yo, that's an accident. You dying right there. You crashing your car right then and there. Like, that's crazy. That is so scary. God forbid I ever experience anything like that. That is really scary. And even if I don't car crash, even if I don't crash my car, if I see something like that, I'm getting out and I'm just hauling ass where I need to be. Because obviously I have my Adidas on. 10,000s.
Sitting with a straight back and a low bent head, I continued to sing under my breath and act as normally as I possibly could in this situation. My body would simply not let me turn my head.
What do you mean acting as normally as you could? Like, you think, you think, okay. I'm talking to y'all. Alright, let me get up personal. Real close to y'all. I'm talking to y'all. Alright, where the camera? That's the camera? Alright, look. Whoa, I just moved it. Okay. That's the camera. Right there. Okay, look. You listening? Right. So, you driving. You've been driving for a minute. You've been driving for a while. Right. And it's nighttime. Or not even nighttime. You just driving, regardless if it's like nighttime or daytime. Right? You driving. You've been driving for a minute. And you randomly look in your rearview mirror to see a black silhouette. Silhouette? Whatever. You know what I'm saying. You think this whole time you're in a car by yourself. You randomly look into the rearview mirror to see a black silhouette of a person. What you doing? Are you freaking the hell out? Are you crashing your car? Or are you staying calm? What you doing? A, freaking out. B, crashing your car. C, freaking out and crashing your car. 4. Right? Freaking out, getting out, and hauling out. Or, what is it? A, B, C, D. E, like I don't know my letters. E, no, 4. I lost count. I don't know how I did that. Or the last option. Are you just staying calm? Let me know that in the comment section below. Man. God.
Completely frozen driving this car through the darkness. I never kept my eye off of this person in fear of them advancing forward. My head is pointed straight, but my eyes are glued to this stranger, driving purely out of the corner of my eye. I've never felt so helpless, and in this moment I actually thought I was going to end up being killed. Having this stranger behind me while I drove, I felt vulnerable, and my life was now his to take, at a moment of his choosing. I continued driving, and this person remained as still as a statue. I acted as casually as I possibly could. I made a beeline for the security office. As weird as it sounds, I wish I could have stayed in that spot forever. Having constant awareness and seeing exactly where this person was the only comforting thing in this situation. I pull up to the security office, and this is the moment that scared me the most. Simply not knowing what was going to happen was the worst part. I made sure to waste no time putting as much distance as I possibly could between me and the car. All in one motion, I turned the key off, hopped out of the car, and slammed the door shut. Simultaneously, when I slammed the door shut, I heard a scream from the back seat.
Woo!
I
Woo!
continued to back away, keeping an eye on the tinted windows. That's when I noticed that there wasn't anyone in the back seat. I circled the car and shined my light into the back seat a few times, but there was no one there. I was beginning to think I was losing my mind.
You're not.
Eventually, I head back into the security office and peer out the window. Everything is perfectly still out there. No sound, no wind, no light. The car is just sitting there in the pure darkness. But I get this feeling that someone was watching me through those tinted windows. I shake it off the best I can and sit down at the computer and type out my security log, not mentioning anything about this occurrence. After about a minute or so, I'm sending my log out to my bosses through email. When I get up and look out the window again, I saw something that I will never forget. All the doors to the car are now open. The driver door, the passenger doors, and the rear hatch. I have never felt a sense of dread like I did that night. My mouth slightly open, all the hairs on my body stood up straight, and that sickening feeling in my gut. Ever since, each night at work, including tonight, I'm certain that this figure is still here, and that if it finds me, it might just kill me.
Not me, because I'm already outside the car, and I'm already hauling. That's all I'm saying, is he's about to do it.
There's always a reason to be afraid.
Hey, 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 hey. Yo, I'm telling you, that instrumental be going. It's not a chance in hell I will ever become a security guard. It makes no sense. If I ever become a security guard, that's like That's literally me like contradicting everything that I have ever said. Cause to be a security guard, you're protecting the people. You're protecting someone or something. You're providing that security. Not me. I'm not doing that. Cause I be something. Hey, let something pop off. Let somebody do something stupid. Best believe I'm the first one out. I lie to you not. I guarantee you that shit. You know, right now I'm in acting class, right? And it's going great. It's going amazing. But like, one night while we was in class, there was a cockroach or something that looked like a cockroach or something as big as a cockroach on the ceiling. I noticed it, and about 2-3 other people noticed it. Hey, I lied to you not. By the time everybody else noticed it, I was already at the door. I lied to you not. I was already at the door, ready to go. So, I mean, I don't come at me talking about some like trying to protect you, because I'm not. I'm not. That's not who I am. And hey, let me know. Comment below if you know any like scared security guards or like that has like security jobs, but they'll be like they will be like the first ones out. Cause yeah, that's definitely me all the way. So it's no sense of me even being a security guard, because I'm the first one leaving. I'm the first one outside the door. And you better hope and pray that, cause I'm the first one out, that I don't lock the door behind me and I just trap y'all. And that's messed up, right? But yeah, man. The only time you'll probably see me as a security guard is if it's a role in a TV series, or if I'm acting as a security guard. But to have it as like a job, like a real job, no. 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 Yeah, sorry. I mean, kudos and shouts out to any real security guards out there, but yeah, and don't look at me for like no security, no protection, no nothing like that. Hey, I'm telling you as it is. I'm telling you right now. Cause I don't want no confusion. We're a couple, and 2 years down the road, something pop off, and I'll be the first one out, but you looking at me like, hey, Marcus, what the fuck? You supposed to protect me? No. See, that's where you're wrong. Because I told you on the first date, hi, my name is Marcus. I'm outgoing. I love people. If something pops off, I'll be the first one out. Cluck you, in all due respects. I like to go to the movies. I like amusement parks. I like to watch YouTube videos. So yeah, that's about it. So security jobs are not for me. Never have been. Never will be. Keep it cool. Keep it classy. And I love you. Stay happy, my family.